welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Mocca de la Soul Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Mocca de la Soul Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Mocca de la Soul Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Mocca de la Soul Show. Hey, it's your girl Mocca de la Soul with Aquarius Woman Entertainment, and today we have guest Mr. Carlos Brown. How did you develop your passion for music production?
I always liked music, and back then when I was younger, I wanted to be a rapper, but I didn't really want the fame and stuff like that. And I came across music production like later on in life, which I wish I would have learned it decades earlier. But now that I stumbled across it, I enjoy it. I enjoy creating music.
Okay. Can you describe an experience and background as a music producer?
Not as a music producer, but my background, I played in Hampton High Marching Band. Okay. I played in the bands, percussion in Hines Middle School, and that was pretty much it.
What projects have you worked on?
Right now, we're working on your project.
Okay.
And right now, I'm also working with doing music, building my portfolio for like sync licensing music, so that those can get placed in like music libraries, so I can put it on TV.
What genres of music do you specialize in producing?
I specialize in hip hop, but I'm not trying to be stuck in a box, so I'm trying to learn all across the board. So just in case an artist or somebody wants me to make any types of music, then I'll be able to make it for them.
Okay. Are there any specific styles or techniques you enjoy working with besides hip hop?
I like a little bit of R&B. I still need some work on that. And I like electric music, EDM music.
Okay.
So I like how they do the sub bass drops and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I want to learn more of that as well.
How do you approach the creative process when working with artists?
I talk to the artists and see like what type of music they are trying to create, and then we'll just come to like an agreement as far as what type of beat that they would like. If they would like R&B or hip hop or reggae or whatever type of genre we're trying to work in.
Okay. So you basically fill out the artist before you start creating the beat?
Yes.
Okay. How do you bring about the best in them and help them achieve their vision?
I try to provide them with top quality instrumentations, beats and stuff, so that they can use their voice as an instrument to add to it or to elevate the sounds or whatever of the beat that they're working with, that they're on.
Okay. Can you share some examples of challenges you faced during the production, and how have you overcome them?
When I first started, at first it took me a long time to start like putting beats out there in the atmosphere, instrumentals or cues, because at first I was afraid of the feedback, the negative feedback. But now, like, I don't really care about that. Like, I use it as like constructive criticism or something like that. So now, like, I am my own worst critic or whatever. So like when I make beats and stuff, the old ones that I made, sometimes like you go back, listen to your old ones and pick apart like certain parts of it and try to use that part, get rid of the rest. But when I listen to my old ones, I just got rid of the whole thing, because I think my production is better now than what it was back then. So, yeah.
What software, hardware, or instruments do you typically use in your productions?
The DAW I use is Logic right now, and I know a little bit of Pro Tools, but not too much. And I use Native Instrument products. I got the Native Instrument keyboard. I use the Slate Digital mic. I use East West. I forgot the rest of the name of it. East West. I use that Arcade Splice and a couple other things.
Are there any specific tools you find essential to your workflow?
I'm still in the learning phase, so everything that I come across I kind of like, so I just use as inspiration to try to figure out what during that time that I'm producing, creating or something, I'm trying to use it to figure out like what I'm going to make during that time.
Okay. How do you stay up to date with the latest trends and techniques in music production?
As far as trends, I just stick to the Billboard charts to see like what's the top. I say like 20, or probably 50, and then just see listen to like what type of sounds they use, and then try to match the sounds or whatever. And then like the style is just depends on what genre it is or whatever, to know like what kind of chords to be played or the way that the music is made or whatever, the arrangements and stuff like that.
Okay. Are there any notable industry figures or resources that inspire you?
I have a couple of mentors, I would call them. One for sync licensing, and the other one is for building my brand, GFN brand. And as far as like names, it's a few producers that I follow, but it's like nobody in particular. As far as like no single person right now.
I mean, you don't want to say their names at all, like put them on,
Not
and
right
they
now.
might collaborate with you one day by just.
Well, my mentor for sync licensing, he has his platform called 52 Qs, and my mentor for building my production brand is called Produce Like a Boss.
Okay.
And both of them are on YouTube, but 52 Qs is also on Mighty Networks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you describe a time when you had to work within a tight deadline or under pressure, and how did you handle it, and what was the outcome?
I really had no tight deadline right now because I'm still in the beginning process. The only tight deadline I had is when I was taking a production class at Full Sail University, and I had to turn in certain projects by a certain date or whatever. That's the only deadlines that I had as far as production so far. But I'm pretty sure once I start getting into briefs for sync licensing and stuff like that, there's going to be a lot of deadlines that I have to make, and a lot of stuff that I will have to meet before I turn in my cues or whatever.
Okay. So with the deadlines, how long do you think it would take you to make from the concept or making a beat or making a song to the finish line? If you were just to put yourself on the deadline, just to say, I want to start practicing my skills on how long it takes me to make a song, from compose a beat or a song from beginning to end.
Right now, I'm kind of slow with it because I just I need to make it like number one, because like I got other things that I do as far as like work. So when I get home, I be tired and stuff like that. I need to figure out other things or things to stop me from being tired or whatever, so that I can be in the studio at least like about 3 hours a day or so. But as of right now, it takes me about 2 or 3 weeks to finish one song. Okay. And I want to start doing first I want to start doing at least one a week, and then I want to start doing like 2 to 3 a week.
Okay. How do you balance artistic creativity with the commercial aspects of music production?
As far as what?
Okay, so like if you had an artist like me that thinks outside the box when it comes to, like, right now everybody's into drill music and New York styles and sounds, and I'm into reggae slow tempos, or even if it's an up tempo with a reggae beat behind it. A lot of people are not, making that type of music. So how do you work with a creative artist like that to try to battle or have it go into commercial space?
So like I did the reggae drill beat. What I did was I looked up like different references, and then I was just pretty much broke them apart, reverse engineered it to see like what instrumentation was used, how it was used, and stuff like that, and how to be able to blend them in together to make them work and sound like one piece instead of like 2 or 3 different pieces.
Okay. Can you provide examples of your work or any notable collaborations you had with artists, and what impacts do you believe your production has on the final product?
Right now I don't have any collaborations, just one. I think that's your intro music. I think that's the only thing I got.
Okay.
But I'm still in the beginning stage, so I'm pretty sure I have some more. But as far as like my final production, like I try to make it be the best and make sure all the levels is right as far as like mixing as well as mastering and things of that nature. And like just like the company is good for now, like that's like I try to make mine to like the top quality that I can, and then if I like get somebody else, if somebody else to get the beat or whatever, like they can alter it if they want to and things of that nature.
Okay.
So, yeah.
But more on just putting it together to make a complete project. You know, I would say due to the fact that a baby is now in the equation as far as she's going to be here at the end of the year, I don't really see the album coming out by the end of the year, but I mean we still have time. You know, we still have like 4 months to kind of work on it, and you know the pressure. I think sometimes for me, pressure causes me to move faster. You know, like that. And if I wanted to have something out faster, I think I could push myself to that limit, but you would have to have the beats.
I work better under pressure. Like say like your the reggae drill beat.
Mm-hmm.
So you told me about it like 3 months before I did it, and then that Friday you said, okay, I was studying like different types of reggae because there's a whole lot of genres inside of one. So when you said that Friday, you was like, I got my song ready, I'm just waiting on the beat. So that was like pressure for me to go ahead and do it. So from Friday night till Saturday night, I started the beat and finished the beat. So that was a deadline. It wasn't a set deadline, but I was like, okay, I need to hurry up and go ahead and make this beat. So it only took me like, I guess like less than 24 hours to do that one.
Okay.
So I work better under pressure. So the album, as far as the beats, I should have the albums ready whenever you're ready for them.
Okay.
So yeah.
So once I guess you start perfecting your craft even more, because I mean I guess we never are perfected. We always come up with different genres and different music because that's what creative people do. Where do you see yourself in like 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I would be somewhere known in the production field, and like I still continue to learn because I have I'm teachable. So and with art and music and things of that nature, it's constantly changing. So I'm just try to stick with the trends and stuff like that, and just try to stay ahead of it so that I can continue to keep making music up to the sounds of the day or whatever, of that year or the season or whatever.
Okay. I know you said that you have your mentors, but is there any like record label that you went in mind, like how Kanye West came in under Rockefeller? Like he didn't get a chain off rip. They didn't even believe in him as a rapper, just a beat maker, but he showed himself. And it took him a long time to do so many different, like the Heart of the City, Jay-Z on Jay-Z's album, and so many other beats that he did before he became Kanye West, before he was a household name. So do you see yourself working under like a Teddy Riley, you know, I'm going back when Timberland worked under Teddy Riley for so long before we knew who he was, you know, before we knew who Timberland and Missy was. Do you see yourself working under somebody even as an intern or just someone to collaborate with just to get more of a feel and get your foot in the door in the industry?
So with that right there, I wouldn't mind working with somebody, but I don't see myself like working as their intern or see myself like trying to get put on with them. Like I'll collaborate with them or whatever. Like if we have like some time where we can sit in the studio, work together and stuff like that, I'll do things of that nature. But I won't like put myself out there to try to be a part of what they got going on, because I got my own thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as like experience and stuff like that, if they're willing to teach me or help me or whatever, that'd be cool. But if they're trying to get me to get
like a partnership than an actual signing under their label.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So I understand. So thank you for the interview, you know. Do you have anything else you want to put out there or let the world know? Oh.
No, that's it right now. Webpage coming soon. GFN Productions, stand for Good For Now Productions, and established in 2021 in Virginia, and that's about it.
One part of, you know, my interviews that I like to do is to showcase the talent and showcase what you can do. Do you mind if we just record you making a beat or how your production, how you started off, anything like that?
Well, I got a cue that I had made that we could I could just play that if you want to listen to that.
Okay, that's fine. So this is your girl Mocca, and I will see you on the next interview. Mr. Carlos Brown, also Carlos Los from GFN Productions.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Mocca de la Soul Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Mocca de la Soul Show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.